Breaking news, Sony Michel traded to the Los Angeles Rams. The New England Patriots receive a 5th and 6th round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Although if the Rams receive a 4th round compensatory pick, we do receive that as opposed to the 5th and 6th round pick. It's a little bit of a complicated trade, but I think it's good value for a guy that just has not been able to be productive for a couple of seasons. A lot of people might say that this makes him basically a bust for the Patriots, but I disagree. We basically won a Super Bowl, and that year in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl, he had a lot to do with winning that Super Bowl. So we can say pretty safely that there's a good chance we might not have won the Super Bowl against the Rams that year without Sony Michel. So for a first round pick, you won a Super Bowl, and then you get a 4th round pick back or a 5th and 6th round pick. Pretty equal value there in my opinion, but I think the 4th is a little better. So at this point, I don't really feel bitter about his time with the Patriots. I feel like we got what we wanted out of him. Obviously, you would have wanted a longer career from a player that would have been even better, where he could keep up that production level. But injuries and things like that happened. We got some compensation back for him, and we won a Super Bowl where, again, he had a lot to do with it. Now, what does this mean for our team now at this point? I think it's generally good news. Sony Michel, it was pretty clear that he's just not the same player he was back in 2018. I think it was the 2018 season into the 2018 playoffs, and then we won the Super Bowl that year. I feel like this is a massive move for our guys on the roster right now. Ramondre Stevenson, rookie, J.J. Taylor coming into his sophomore season. I think these are big opportunities for these guys that have shown so much promise, maybe even more so at this point than Sony Michel. They're younger, they have more years to develop, they have more years ahead of them. And quite frankly, every time they run, it just is more explosive than when Sony Michel played. Sony Michel was quite consistently okay or consistently good, but it's just not explosive. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what I've noticed with him. It's kind of like his peak is just not greatness. That's how I genuinely feel about Sony Michel. And I'm sorry to say it, I enjoyed his time here with the Patriots. I enjoyed watching him play a lot, but it's just average play. That's it. I've never seen an explosive play from him, especially not since that 2018 season and since the injuries. But I am happy, and I'm thankful for his time with the Patriots. Like I said before, this is a huge trade for the Patriots running back group because of the fact that J.J. Taylor, Ramondre Stevenson, James White, and obviously as well, Damian Harris basically locking in that starting role at the running back position. Obviously, it was very likely he was going to win that job anyway, but locking in that win. This also makes room for the guys behind Damian Harris. We have James White as our main receiving back, sometimes running, mostly receiving. Ramondre Stevenson, I think, will come in at the 3rd place. Obviously, a really nice bruising running back, going to be good in the red zone. He's really good at just making plays, even when there's literally guys right in front of him. It doesn't matter. He's going to get yards. He's going to fall forward. It's great to have that kind of guy on the team. And honestly, it's been since like 2016. Or what year did LeGarrette Blount leave? I think it was after the 2016 season or maybe the 2017 season, but we haven't had a guy like that since LeGarrette Blount was last on the team. I think it's going to be a nice switch up, and quite frankly, I don't think we've had a team as good as that 2016 team since LeGarrette Blount left. Obviously, there's more pieces that kind of fit into that puzzle of why we had such a good season that year, but I think it's going to help us dramatically. And then J.J. Taylor comes in as a nice backup, I think, for James White in those receiving back situations, because I think, in my opinion, J.J. Taylor is a good mixture of Dion Lewis and then also James White. He's kind of like a combo there. He's got that receiving back ability, and I guess Dion Lewis did have that catching ability as well. But I think J.J. Taylor has a little bit more potential there than Dion Lewis did, but he's also very shifty and a very good speed runner like Dion Lewis was. I'm so excited for him, and this dramatically increases his odds of making the roster. I don't think there's any question now that he will. So very happy about that. I think this is a good move for the Patriots. I think it's a good move for the Rams too. I think there's wins across the board for everybody. And I'm very excited today because of this trade. I think it's a really good thing. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Let me know what you think of this trade down below in the comments. Let me know. Also, again, remember to subscribe and smash that like button to help get the word out. I'll see you guys in the next video.